Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking closely at, well, a really high-tension encounter from a YouTube transcript. It's titled, Police, Would You Just Shut Up? Versus Anti-Christopher 6666. Our goal here is to really unpack the communication breakdown, see where things went sideways between perceived rights and authority.
Exactly. We'll focus on the specific words, the language used, and these quite unique demands from both sides. Try to understand how it escalated and what each person was really trying to assert.
Okay, so let's dive right in. The interaction, it really kicks off with immediate tension, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Straight away.
You've got Christopher on the ground and an officer saying very forcefully, would you just shut up? And then, why are you being so difficult, man?
Yeah, and the officer also mentioned something like, you probably would have been gone already, but now I gotta check you out. Implying the difficulty is the reason for the continued interaction.
And Christopher immediately challenges them, right? He fires back with, under what authority do you have with me? That's all I'm asking. And then he says, I'm not subject to your acts, statutes, rules, regulations.
And that exchange right there, it just sets the tone for everything that follows. It's the core conflict, isn't it? You've got this assertion of standard police authority meeting this immediate fundamental challenge to that very authority. It's not just arguing, it's like two different legal realities colliding.
Okay, so after that initial clash, Christopher starts making these very specific demands. He asks for 3 phonic care.
Yes, 3 yeah.
He says, can you please just show me 3 phonic care? Please present. I need a business card that matches your B number and a photo ID.
He's quite insistent.
Very. And later he says, the law says you need to show 3 might be a photo ID that matches the badge and a business card. I need all 3 from you right now. No, that's the law, dude.
Right.
And there's also this interesting bit about his name. He says, my name's Christopher. That's it. I'm Christopher the family. That's a legal person. It's all named Y. And he even sits up under protest. What's going on with these specific demands?
Well, these demands are really telling. This 3 information, it often ties into certain beliefs, sometimes associated with sovereign citizen ideas, though we're just looking at the language here.
Okay.
The idea is that an officer supposedly needs to present these specific forms of ID, badge, photo ID, business card, for their authority to be like legitimate in the eyes of the individual making the demand.
So it's a specific interpretation of the law or maybe outside of the conventional law.
Kind of. And the phrasing Christopher of the family, that's also significant. It's language often used to distinguish the living person from what they see as a corporate or state-created legal person or entity.
I see.
So these aren't just random requests. They signal a very particular worldview about legal standing, consent, and authority. By refusing standard commands and making these counter demands, he's essentially rejecting the officer's entire framework of authority over him.
Okay, so moving towards the end of the transcript, things get a bit ambiguous. The police tell Christopher, you can sit up now, please. But then he asks, am I free to leave? And the answer is pretty clear. No, you're not.
Right. So control is still being asserted there. He can sit up, but he's not free to go. The detention continues.
But then, right at the very end, it shifts. You hear someone else's voice saying, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's a sudden turn.
And then this voice tells the police, you guys need to get off my property and get your phone to get off my property. You too, goodbye.
It really is quite abrupt. You have the police maintaining control one moment, and the next, someone, presumably the property owner or someone was standing there, is ordering them to leave.
So what does that imply? Does it mean the police just left? Did the situation de-escalate off camera?
Well, that's the ambiguity, isn't it? It leaves you hanging. Did the third-party intervention work? Did the officers decide it wasn't worth pursuing? We don't actually see the final resolution. It just sort of ends, highlighting the friction and the maybe unresolved nature of these clashes, the assertion of authority versus the assertion of property rights, perhaps.
So looking back at this whole interaction, this deep dive really shows how specific words, these unusual demands, and just fundamentally different views on rights and authority can instantly shape a confrontation.
Absolutely. Every turn seems defined by that initial clash of understanding or misunderstanding.
Which really brings us to a final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah, it makes you think. In our world, with more and more of these public encounters being recorded and shared, how do we navigate situations where authority and, personal autonomy seem completely at odds?
Right. What can an exchange like this, even with its ambiguities, teach us about communication or maybe the failure of communication when these worldviews collide?
Something to consider.
difficult, man? Why am I on the floor? Listen, you probably would have been gone already if everything was full, but now I gotta check you out.
Under what authority do you have with me? That's all I'm asking. I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm not a U.S.
Oh, you're the guy that we contacted in front of stagers, right?
I'm not
the one that was smoking weed, we hooked you up, and then you
I'm not subject to your acts, statutes, rules, regulations, and bylaws. I don't...
Hey, excuse me.
I don't read...
Excuse me.
I was using my cell phone. I have no reception here, so I go down the street to use the phone, and some paranoid delusion is assuming I'm hiding the bushes.
So you don't want to listen to what I'm going to tell you?
I want to get up off the floor, and I want to be free to leave. Am I free to leave?
You can sit up now, please.
Am I free to leave?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, I'm going to sit up.
Sit up.
I'm not following your orders, though.
Have a seat.
I'm not sitting up because you told me to. I'm going to sit down under protest.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What is this about? I just woke up.
Wait, are you ordering me?
Well, this isn't my house.
Can you please, I'm going to come over here under protest and arrest. Is that notice?
That's fine.
You notice
order too.
Okay. I'm not following any of your orders.
You're the sergeant? Yeah.
Sergeant, okay, I just spoke to the lieutenant last week. You went through all of this. I don't know why the birds are giving me a hard time. I've done nothing. Sergeant.
Lean up against the car for me for a second, okay? Listen, relax for a second.
Sergeant, can you please just show me 3 forms of identification, please?
Show 3 forms.
Please present 3 forms. I need a business card that matches your badge number and a photo ID so I actually know who you are.
David 473 9841. Listen.
What you're doing is violating my rights. Yes, you are. I'm not Christopher. I'm not Christopher.
Right now so I can speak.
I hear them saying Christopher Fleming. That's not me. That's a legal person. My name's Christopher. That's it. I'm Christopher of the Fleming family. That's a legal person. It's an all capital letter name. Dude, why? What's wrong with me? I mean, what is that thing? They're on the floor. Have a seat.
Yeah, you just came from. Oh, wow.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to sit down and protest and arrest.
Yes,
Have you
please.
noticed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not following any of your orders.
Relax.
I've done nothing.
Okay.
What the hell is this about? Why are you stopping me? I'm not free to leave. I'm not free to leave.
Somebody call.
I'm not free to leave.
Somebody call.
You guys can't just assault my house like that.
I'm press charge on me now. I know he's not a cop. I'm asking for ID 3 times. I'm asking you. Now, I know you're not a cop. Can I please call 911 and get the real officer down here? Where's my phone? I need my phone. I need your phone for me. I don't know that you're actually this officer. I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. You will not show me your badge, your identification.
Hey, I'll call the cops. Hold on.
No, the law says you need to show 3 forms of ID. A photo ID that matches your badge and a business card. I need all 3 from you right now. No, that's the law, dude. I'm not going to argue with you. You are a peace officer. You swore to uphold the peace and uphold the Constitution and walk away. No, you're not.
I'll look up the code right now for you.
You didn't know the breach of the peace. Where's the breach of the peace? Where's the breach of contract? There is no breach of peace. There is no breach of contract. Please go. We're doing it. Violating the common law.
Trying to explain to you why you're being contacted. You want to hear the reason?
I want to get up and be free to leave.
He doesn't need. Hey, listen.
Yes or no?
He hasn't done anything. You guys need to get off my property and get out. Go.
Don, here, your phone's on top of the head of everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, get your phone and get off my property.
Have a good day.
You too. Goodbye.